and then you're gonna go ahead and interview all of them. Yeah, you interview them. They don't interview you. Whenever people hear the term realtor or real estate agent, they often don't take it seriously or see it as impossible. When in reality, almost anybody can become a successful, fancy real estate agent. Common questions I usually get are, how do you become a real estate agent? What do you do after you get your license? Who do you work for? How much money do you make? A real estate agent is a licensed professional that helps with the transactions of buyers and sellers' homes. They bring buyers and sellers together. They often assist with financing, paperwork, talking with third parties, negotiations, and things of that matter. There are usually two agents in a transaction, one for the buyer of the home and one for the seller of the home. They owe their clients obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accounting, and reasonable care. At minimum. But we're not minimum, we're not above average, we strive to be the best. To be the best, to be the best, to be the best. The best. As a real estate agent, your days are always going to be different. One day, maybe you're going to go door knocking or calling for sale by owners. Other days, you might be just posting on social media, trying to generate leads. Other days, you might have a listing and you're filling out paperwork or helping a buyer getting financing, going to an open house. There's so many things you can be doing as an agent. There really is no set day. First of all, being a real estate agent is not a hobby. It's not easy. Not a hobby. And it's really not that expensive to get into. Getting your real estate license is actually the easy part. Staying in the business and becoming successful is where things do get stressful. Now, let's get into what do you have to do today to become an agent as soon as possible. The first thing I want you guys to do before I tell you how to become a real estate agent is to ask yourself if this career path is right for you. Because a lot of times, people get into this business for the wrong reasons. Ask yourself questions like, am I lazy? Am I disciplined? Am I looking for easy money? Do I need money fast, right now, as soon as possible? If you answered yes to any of these questions, maybe, not for sure, maybe, because you can always change yourself, you should consider a different career path. Are you disciplined? See, you're going to be your own boss in this career. You dictate how much work you do, when you go to work, when you take breaks, and that relates to how much money you make. So if you're somebody that's not motivated and you can't hold yourself accountable, you need somebody to hold you accountable, maybe you should look for a career path with a job that has a boss to hold you accountable for. Because here, you're going to have to avoid procrastination, you're going to have to plan out your day, you're going to have to be very strategic to maximize your time to become a successful real estate agent. This is a touchy subject, but are you afraid of failure? See, I always hear people say, oh, I'm going to try this out. No, you're not going to try it out. You have to commit to it. The only reason you're saying I'm going to try it out is because you're afraid of public embarrassment. You're afraid of saying, oh, I'm going to commit to something and then failing in front of everybody. Public embarrassment should not scare you. Commit to it. Be dedicated to it. I'm not trying out my YouTube channel. I'm committing to it. Committing to being the best real estate agent is key. When you don't make money in your first, second, 6th month, you get back up and you change your lead generation strategy because you're not a quitter. You don't fail until you quit. A lot of times when people hear real estate agent, they think money. And some people get into this because they need fast money. If you need fast money, I don't think this is a career path for you. If you need fast money, go ahead and slave away at Panda Express for $12 an hour because you're going to spend hundreds of dollars on tests and exams just so you can make $0 in your first year. But don't get me wrong, you can make 6 figures in your first year. It's just being realistic. The average agent won't, because the first 6 months to a year are about learning, tagging along with the best agent in your city, shadowing them, helping other agents with paperwork, learning through firsthand failure, doing cold calls, getting the door shut in your face a bunch of times. But that's the process. Don't let the process scare you. Don't be afraid of it. Fall in love with the process. Now that you've already asked yourself those questions, step 1 is to decide if you want to go to school in person or online. I personally prefer it online. The pros of going in person are that you have an instructor there to hold you accountable for the work, ask questions with, and possibly foster some important relationships with that instructor and classmates. After all, real estate is a relationship business. However, it might be a bit more expensive and inconvenient to go in person, because if you already have a part-time job, kids, and other responsibilities to take care of, it might be a bit inconvenient to show up to that same classroom at the same time for 3 months. Also, these in-person classes are probably going to run you around $500, You also have to take into account the gas that it takes to get there and back to your home for those 3 months. The cons of online school are that you don't have an instructor there to hold you accountable for finishing those repetitive long courses. And that's honestly about it. If you can't finish some simple courses by yourself though, maybe you shouldn't be getting into a business that requires you to self-motivate. The pros of online school are that they are honestly so advanced nowadays, with resources to study from, matching games, audio readings, and so on. You can literally get the app on your phone and be doing real estate courses while you're driving or at your part-time job. The prices of these courses vary. There are many Groupons online to cut the cost of that, and so many reviews and schools to choose from. You're never going to choose the wrong course. When considering the course you want to choose, consider the resources that you want, and it'll correlate to the cost of the course. I personally went with Aceable Agent. You can probably get a simple course for around $150. Step 2 is to take the courses at the school of your choosing. If you do it in person, it'll probably take you around 3 months. If you do it online, it could take you as little as 2 weeks or as much as 5 months. It's really up to you how fast you want to get it done. Skim through the concepts, learn keywords, finish them, come back and study later. Do not read every single word like I did. Once you finish all your courses 100%, you can go ahead and apply for the state exam. You can't just schedule it right away because you need to go to the TREC website and click apply and then pay a little fee. They verify your competency by checking that you completed all the courses. Once they verify it and accept you, you can go ahead and schedule that exam. And once they accept you, schedule it as soon as possible and set that date in stone because those spots fill up fast. Alright, you set that date in stone, you paid the fee. I'm sure you don't want to pay that fee again and schedule another test. So go ahead and create a study plan based on the date that you scheduled that exam for. Follow that study plan day by day. Maybe one day it could be flashcards. The next day it could be take so many practice tests. The next day it could be gather up with other agents and do a little study group. It really doesn't matter. Just set that study plan and follow it consistently up until the day that you take the exam. You pass your courses, you pass the state exam, and you have your license. Now what? Well, you can't quite practice real estate unless you're sponsored by a brokerage. So go ahead and look up as many brokerages in your city as possible. I say 3 is good. Anything above that is even better. To look them up, simply just go into Google and put in brokerages in my city. Pick them, do research on them, and then you're going to go ahead and interview all of them. Yeah, you interview them. They don't interview you because you're going to be adding value to them. So make sure they fit your education needs and add value to you. Consider things like training they offer, mentorships, commission split, facility size. Don't be too focused on commission split though. As a new agent, you're not really going to be able to negotiate that up. You have bigger things to worry about. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. Let me know if you have any questions or video ideas. If you do, drop them down in the comments. I'm thinking about making a video about what to do as a newbie agent.